Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana Tva Ganapati Gumhavamake Kavim Kavinam Upamashavastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvanno Divisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabhirvajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te Namaha Jananim Saradam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Yairime Guru Bhipurvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyata Sarva Vedantaha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Avignamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Conformity to Dharma is the sign of intelligence. Dharma being Ishvara's important manifestation, it is available eternally, universally for the entire humanity, and the human being is endowed with thinking faculty to sense it intrinsically. So as Jnata, every human being knows what is Dharma, what is Adharma. As Bhokta, every human being desires to receive only dharmic responses. As Karta, also human being wants to be as dharmic only. When he fails, he tries to pretend as though he is dharmic. The very pretension is the proof for the desire to be dharmic. If he is adharmic, he wants others should not know it. That means what? He wants everyone should recognize him as dharmic. That means what? I should be recognized as dharmic person. I am not able to follow the dharmic actions in my life. Even though I am failing, at least others should not know that. I know that I am failing, but others should not know that. That means what? There is an intrinsic desire in every human being to be dharmic. So what is the reason? What are all the reasons for failing? When we analyze, Shastra reveals the first reason is Atma Ajnanam, which leads to Dehavimana, which leads to desire for Deha Rakshana and Deha Poshana, which leads to Bhayam and Trishna, which leads to Adharmic Pravritti. So it is Anartha Parampara it is. Second reason is Purva Janma Vasana, our own samskaras, which we have inherited during birth itself, which is expressed as low willpower, inborn weaknesses. Then third reason is Dushta Sangaha. This Dushta Sangaha makes the samskara to be strong in Adharmic Pravritti and ultimately makes the person to be in the samsara always. So this third reason is Dushta Sangaha, which gives a type of indoctrination which tries to justify our Adharmic Pravritti. Anything justifies our Adharmic Pravritti is called indoctrination. So this Dushta Sangaha is available in two forms. One is in the form of society, another is in the form of religious fanaticism, theologies. We saw in the last class, the Dushta Sangaha which is available in the form of society consists of parents who teach to cultivate herd mentality in our mind, to follow the group, to follow the mass, to be safe in the crowd, like that. Then second Dushta Sangha is in the form of peers, relatives, contemporaries. They demand success from us in our endeavors at any cost. They indoctrinate our mind to be successful at any cost. Then third Dushta Sangha is materialistic role models in the society. They don't have any connection, physical connection or relationship with us, but they are popular in the society in their own profession or in their own field. So when their mind is with Adharma Pravritti, they preach and spread that Adharma Pravritti to others also. Being sheepish, mass follow them. The masses become fans for cinema wallas, sportsman, successful lawyer. How he became successful, they don't question. So they become the role model for these masses, and they have powerful medium to spread their ideas, materialistic ideas. All these three put together, what they say, how they indoctrinate our mind, is the subject matter of today's class. All their arguments can be put in one statement, which is expressed in the Valmiki Ramayana through the mouth of Japali Rishi. Not that these things, this indoctrination was not there in the earlier times. This type of indoctrination always there. Japali Rishi wanted to check whether Rama can be indoctrinated by others. Japali Rishi was an examiner. So he examines how much strong Rama is. In his conviction, how much he is clear. How much strong he is in adapting dharmic actions in his life. Because for Japali Rishi, he knows that Ramji is a special person. Because he was the minister in the Dasharatha's court. So he gives an examination. He creates a situation wherein he preaches materialistic ideas and tests whether Rama is going to fall or not. Rama comes out very successful with all colors, answering for all the materialistic ideas told by the Japali. That portion was dealt in some other classes, 21 hours, Satyameva Jayate. Very beautiful class it has come. So there The Japali Rishi wanted to condense his idea in one statement. Pratyaksham yet tad atishta paroksham prishtatah kuru. Pratyaksham yet tad atishta paroksham prishtatah kuru. What is tangible? Go for it. Never bother about what is intangible. It is a very subtle assertion. Take care of yourself. You are a body, you are an individual. Deha Rakshana is tangible, otherwise you will die. Deha Poshana is tangible. Take care of yourself. Everyone nowadays says, na? These ideas were there, Ramayana time itself. Take care of yourself. Your personal, tangible success matters. How much bhoga you enjoyed in life, that matters. How much comforts you had in life, that much matters. How many agendas you got success, that matters. That is the meaning of pratyaksham yettad atishta. So human life is for enjoyment alone. Because enjoyment is the one thing which is pratyaksha. Punyam, papam, these are all apratyaksha. These are all paroksha. Who knows? All these are all there. Who knows that I have to pay back? So pratyaksham atishta. Human life is meant for enjoyment alone. And what is right, what is wrong? Who decides? Winner alone decides. According to them, according to materialistic ideologies, winner writes the history. Winner determines the gains of the room. So winner alone determines what is right, what is wrong. Imagine if Rama was defeated by Ravana in the war. Will the ideas of Rama be preached to the society? That is their question. Okay, whatever you say that Rama followed Dharma and other thing, suppose in that war, if he was defeated, will his ideas have any meaning to the society? Fortunately, Rama won the war, therefore he wrote, these are all the ideas which has to be followed in human life. So winner alone determines what is right and wrong. Be smart. Don't be an idiot. You are living in a competitive and corrupt society. You are living in a competitive society, cutthroat society, and of course corrupt society. Manthara says to Kaikeyi this idea. Your husband Dasharatha is a most corrupt fellow. That is the certificate given by Manthara to Dasharatha. He is a corrupt fellow. Before marriage, he gave you word that a child born to you will be coronated. After so many years, now he is giving the word to the society that Rama is going to be coronated. Is it not corruption? Is it not adharma? He gave word to your father. Now he is changing because he knows other than you and your father, nobody knows this. Fortunately, I remember because you told that time. That is why he has not invited your father for the coronation ceremony. He has put the situation to corroborate her idea. Why he has not invited your father? What is the hurry? Another thing I will tell. He has sent Bharata to KK Desha. If he is there, he can be a competitor, thinking that he has sent Bharata to KK Desha. Bharata went 12 years before. Not that next day Bharata went, Rama was announced as the crown prince. So, you are living in a competitive, cutthroat, corrupt society. How can you be so much idiot? Be smart. Because when Kaikeyi was told that Rama is going to get coronated, Kaikeyi expressed happiness. My son Rama is going to be crown prince. Mantra asks, when Rama became your son? What is the meaning of son, you know? A child which comes from the womb is called meaning of son. Bharata came from your womb or Rama came from your womb? Idiot. He scolds. Kaikeyi was scolded by Mantra. So don't be an idiot. You cannot fight with this adharmic Raja. You have to stop this adharma. What he does is adharma. Now you understand the definition for dharma and adharma. As even I am expressing, your mind will think, yes, what Mantra says is correct only. If you have this type of idea, then your mind is in trouble. Please understand. One Pandit ji was explaining Mahabharata. After end of that Mahabharata explanation, a fellow who heard all these lectures for 48 days came and expressed his thanks. And while expressing his thanks, that fellow told, after all, I sympathize with Duryodhana. Then Panditji told, then you must be Dhritarashtra. If you sympathize with these ideas, if your mind says that yes, that also is a point to be noted, your honor, suppose your mind says, then your mind is in problem. Your mind means our mind. Understood? This is called yukti abhasaha, not yuktihi. Yukti abhasaha. With this yukti abhasa only these people play with us. Understand? So Mantra says, how can you fight? Then Kaikeyi asked, how can I fight? Why should I fight? Are, you are already fighting with Kaushalya Devi. Mantra says, you are already fighting with Kaushalya Devi. And you want to be always at first among the three. So far, because of your younger age, the Raja is on your side. Because he happened to be a Sri Lolaha. She says, Dasharatha is Sri Lolaha. Therefore, he is attracted to your youth. Now Dasharatha is attracted by Rama. Therefore, only avoiding the promise given to you, he has made promise to the society that Rama is going to be coronated. Now Putra Moha has come. So far, Patni Moha was there. Now Putra Moha has come. Now you have to fight. Okay, let Rama become crowned prince. What is the problem for me? He loves me. He bows down to me first. Before bowing down to Kaushalya, he bows. Rama may be good. Mantra says, Rama may be good. That is questionable. That I will come later. Whether Rama is good or not, that is questionable. But what about Kaushalya? Once Rama becomes crowned prince, Kaushalya will be Rajamata. Are you ready to take back whatever you have given to her? Because so many times Kaikeyi insulted Kaushalya Devi. And Kaushalya Devi was waiting to give back according to mantra. So Sapatni Virodha is there. In Tamil they will say Chakkalati Shanda. Sapatni Virodha is there. Will you be able to handle it? Once she becomes Raja Mata, naturally Raja will be towards Raja Madha only. First thing Rama will do, what you know? Either he will kill Bharata or put in jail. And of course, you will not be killed by him because being mother, but you will be jailed. At least you will be a dasi for all these people. When this was told, all these arguments are for what? Self-proving. Urge to prove oneself. Urge to prove oneself. That is why mantra says, that is why this Dasharatha, without even consulting with you, without even informing you, he has informed to the nation. Yesterday night he was with you only. Today morning he went from your palace only. Why he did not inform? He knows all the consequences. You may not agree for that. Therefore only he has hidden this decision from your knowledge, and he has sent Bharata already with a conspiracy, and he has not invited your father to avoid any untoward incidents. Now you are alone. You have to prove yourself. Once this was told, Kaikeyi felt really, yes, correct. What you say is correct, mantra, correct. Within 5 minutes, they could indoctrinate nice people's mind. This is the power of indoctrination. Now you tell, how should I prove myself? How should I protect myself? Then I have method. The same idiot Dasharatha gave you another promise. First promise was given to your father before marriage. After marriage, Shambhasura war time, you saved his life. Therefore, he has given you a blank check with 2 boons. Use that. I totally forgot. I never remembered that. That check is still waiting. Because not dated and not written also. You can use it. Is it not adharma? What adharma? Who is doing adharma? What is adharma? Who determines? Go by convenience, not by ideologies. What Rama will think? Let him think anything about you. But if Rama goes to forest, will he not suffer? Let me suffer. What is that problem? Unnecessarily, the Sita also will be suffering. If she goes to forest, she will suffer. If he stays in palace also, because of separation from Rama, she will suffer. Why should I make her to suffer? She is innocent girl. Because there is some goodness in us always, which asks this question. So Kaikeyi also was good woman by nature. So she asked, in order to get something grand, you have to lose small things. You have to pay. Don't bother all these small things. So, you have to compromise. Compromising is a need. You have to prove yourself. Once this was told, Kaikeyi felt really, yes, correct. What you say is correct, mantra, correct. So she hugs mantra and says, you are not only beautiful in your appearance, she was Tribhangi. But for Kaikeyi's eyes, that time mantra is appearing as beautiful woman with intelligence, powerful intelligence. She hugs and gives a promise. Let this idea be implemented. Let Bharata become king. Then I will anoint you as the chief of all staffs. The palace has a lot of staffs. So you will be the chief of all staffs. You will not be my dasi. You will be the leader of all dasis and dasas. Immediate check is given. So the argument is, you have to prove yourself. Compromising is a need. If Papa comes, what will happen? Will it not affect me? Shastra says, Satyameva Jayate, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Are these are all statements told by Pandits who want to earn money. Jabali Rishi says this. Dana samvanana hete grantha medha vibhikrata yajasva dehi dikshasva tapastapyasva santyaja. Renounce, give dana. Then when you ask, to whom I should give? Give us. Give dakshina. Do puja. The people who say do this, do that, should not receive. But they are the people who are receiving. Dana sammanana hyete medhavinaha. They are very intelligent. Without working, sitting nicely, they want to become wealthy, comfortable. Therefore, they have written all these things. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, satyameva jayate. Therefore, follow dharma. In following dharma, dana is one of the dharma. Give dakshina. Like our parliamentarians fix their own salary. These fellows have fixed their own salary in indirect way. So, these are all for convenient life. When they are choosing life of convenience, what is the problem for you to choose a life of convenience? Don't be an idealistic. There is no proof for punya or papa or punarjanma that you will get back. These are all nonsense. Who is the final authority to decide what is right and what is wrong? Tell. The winner decides. The hero decides, not the villain. When hero says this is dharma, the sheep is society, follows that. So, you define dharma and adharma. According to materialistic people, they are not aware that there is one pramanam, namely Shastra pramanam, which cannot be falsified by any other pramanam. They are not aware of it, nor they accept it. Like eyes are pramanam, which can never be falsified by any other instrument of knowledge. Similarly, Shastram also is pramanam, which can never be falsified in its own sphere. In the field of drishyam, forms and colors, the field of sight, eyes are the final. Similarly, in the field of dharma, adharma, punarjanma, Shastra is the final. They don't accept, nor they are aware of its factness. So therefore, they say, society determines, they say. Dharma and adharma are determined by society, they say. It is not determined by society. Even if society makes one adharma as adharma, will it be dharma? For example, gay marriage, same gender marriage. Constitution accepts. Many nations have accepted same gender marriage. Will it be dharma? Because marriage means an institution by which the future society is produced and given an atmosphere for its healthy growth. That is the institution of marriage. How you bring this idea, same gender marriage, to the institution of marriage? Understand? So whole government accepts, society accepts in the name of modernity, but will it become dharma? So the idea of dharma is something very subtle. That is why Karma Kanda of the Shastram, which is 90% of the Veda, 90% of the Veda is Karma Kanda Shastra. That is analyzed by Jaimini Rishi. Like Jnana Kanda of the Veda portion is analyzed by Bhagavan Vyasacharya in Brahma Sutra. Karma Kanda portion was analyzed by Jaimini Rishi. Athato Dharma Jignasa. The sutra starts. More than 2000 sutras are there. Vyasacharya wrote 555 sutras with regard to Jnana Kanda. 4 times Jaimini Rishi wrote about what is Dharma, what is Adharma. Bhagavan also says, Kim karma kima karmeti kavayopyatra mohitaha tatte karma pravakshyami yajnatva mokshaseshu ashubhat. It is not a joke. Kavayo api medhavinaha api mukhyanti. Very difficult to determine. So final authority will be what? Yanyanavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani noyitarani yani asmagagam sucharitani tani tvayopasyani noyitarani. Like that it goes. Atha karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat. If you have doubt with regard to dharma or vritti, behavior, then what you etatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu etate tatra varteran tatha tatra vartetha athabhya akyateshu etatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yathate teshu varteran tatha teshu varteta. Shastra itself imagines that there is a possibility of dharma sankatam. Dharma sankata means confusion between two dharmas. So what is the way? Go to a person and ask him and get clarity. To which person? For whom dharma is prana. Alukshat dharma kamasyuhu. Even in dream, he will not do anything adharmic. That type of person. Where are they? Search for them. So, they are not aware of all these things. Even though they are aware of these things, heart of the heart, they know that this is wrong. But still, argument's sake, due to the urge to prove oneself, due to get success in particular endeavor, they take shortcuts. And to justify that shortcuts, they have all these type of ideas. Be a hero or be a villain. Don't bother. Be successful. People call you hero or villain. Who bothers? Because hero also has fan. Villains also have fan. Right? In Tamil Nadu, many people consider Ravana as hero, you know. Many people have given name to their children, Ravana. In Tamil Nadu only I came to know. Other states, I never heard this. Here, Shurpanaka. Names are there for children. Ravan. There is one politician who openly claims Ravan is greater than the Rama in Tamil Nadu. And he claims that we are descendants of Ravana Parampara. That is why we are called Dravidians. Fantastic idea, fanatic ideas. So many ideas are there in society. So, if you are little bit idiot, then you will be swayed away by the ideas, their ideas. Understood? So, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha satyameva jayate tyage naike amrutatva manashuhu. These are all assertions of losers. They lost tangible things in their life. Then they tell, all right, you will get back in the next Janma. Are, who bothers what I get back next Janma? Are you going to give? Neither you are going to come, nor I am going to be in the same form. So these are all assertions of losers. After getting beaten, the beaten person cries and says, wait, 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 I will go and tell my father and I will bring. Are, will I wait up to that time? I will go out to complain to the God. கடவுள் தான் உனக்கு தண்டனை கொடுப்பாரு. God will punish you. Are, he got beaten already. He lost. Now he brings God. Or if he says, I will go to court, police, these fellow knows they are all subject to sellable. They are subject to be sold out. He can purchase them. That's how society now. Powerful politicians can purchase anyone who executes the law and order. Judges are purchased. SPs and collectors are purchased. In this society, will you be loser or winner? Idiot. Pratyakshamaat tishta. Pratyaksham. Take care of yourself. Live a life of convenience, never a life of ideals. Ideology doesn't give food. தமிழ்ல கூட சொல்லலாம், கொள்கைகள் சோறு போடுமா? But in reality, ideology only gives food. This idiot doesn't know. Ideology only gives food. See, when partition happened between Pakistan and India, India has taken ideology of forgiving the enmity and focus in the welfare of the society. That is the ideology. Because very same day war happened. So we have taken the ideology of we will try to defend, we will never offend. So never will be the first striker. I will not strike you first. This is the ideology India has taken. What ideology Pakistan has taken? I will always strike you and I will bleed you through 1,000 cuts. That was the ideology was taken by Pakistan. Bleed India with 1,000 cuts. Not only head cut. Anywhere you cut. By any means. Now what is the condition of two countries? Pakistan is begging. No food. India is 5th in economy. The country which was occupying us is no more. There is nothing called Great Britain. That is below the Indian economy. And that is having lot of what you call loans, debts, international debts. Lot of problems. The occupier now is under the feet of the occupied nation called India, because of its ideology of forgiving, ideology of righteousness, sattva guna pradhan. Now who is getting food, who is not getting food? That is a fact. Ideology alone makes a person to do right things at right time, which brings him shanti. When shanti is established, then only samruddhi will be there. In a fighting society, where you will get prosperity? Anything will be lost in fighting. Because to build a house, you need 1 year. To bomb a house, 1 moment only. So destruction is very easy. Construction is very difficult. It takes long time. So dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, satyameva jayate. These are all constructive ideologies. Take care of yourself, be smart. These are all destructive ideologies. Nobody has won in the long run. Does Kaigeyi won the battle or Ravana won the battle? But they were carried away by that ideology momentarily. Understood? Time is the judge. Actual judge will be who? Time. Kala Tattva. That will tell. When Kaikeyi lived, when Mantra lived, we ourselves don't know. But we are discussing, you see, about them as wrong ideologies. This is called Satyameva Jayate. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshita. Understand? So, this is the indoctrination. Now, I understood. Now, in society, it is very rampant. And just summarizing their ideas. So, Pratyaksham yedutad atishta. Paroksham prishtatatku. Go after tangibles. Your success should be tangible. How many houses you have built, how many cars you have, how much jewelries and ornaments you have, how many saris, silk saris you have, how many people around you, these count. How much bank balance you have, these things count. So take care of yourself, your personal tangible success, your personal enjoyments, personal comforts and personal agendas. In that race, anybody doesn't help you, compete, cut throat or become corrupt. Human life is meant for enjoyment alone. Winner alone determines what is right and wrong. Therefore, be smart. You are living in a competitive, corrupt society. You cannot fight alone. Our own parents will tell. You cannot fight alone. That is very overpowering power. Opposite group is like Ravana, overpowering power. Always negative power is overpowering power. Whether it is in Mahabharata war or Ravana Rama Yuddha. Rama doesn't have one chariot even. Bhikari like that, Vanavasi like that. Ravana scolds Ramji. Arey, you don't have soldiers, that is acceptable. At least one chariot to fight. He has Pushpaka Viman. So always power, the negative power will be overpowering always. Srishti nature. Going down is always overpowering only. Going up only you need lot of struggle. So you cannot fight alone. So compromising becomes a need for you. Even to survive. So compromise. You cannot fight with this society. Be silent. The so-called dharmic people, the so-called good people, the so-called noble people who are adored after their death. That is another criteria. As long as they are there, nobody will be there with them to help them. After death only they will be adored. Very peculiar society. When Mother Sarada Devi was there was not a single person to give one sari for her. But now, thousands and thousands of saris come daily. For Sri Ramakrishna, there were people who are not willing to even bear the medical expenses. Now crores of rupees in his name is collected. These people are after death only. I am talking about present life, we are talking about after death. So they are suffered. They suffered whole life, these so-called noble people. Do you want to have that suffering? Rama suffered, Harishchandra suffered, Dasharatha suffered, Mahabali Chakravarti suffered, Pandavas suffered, Bhishmacharya suffered. No, those are all Puranic characters. Past history, maybe mythology also. In our present condition, Subramania Bharatiya suffered, ideologies. Subhash Chandra Bose suffered. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel suffered. He was selected as the Prime Minister. Due to Gandhiji's interference, he was asked to withdraw. And in that attempt, India lost. So many things India lost. The contemporary society has rejected Nehru and selected Sardarji. But because of some attachment towards Nehru, Gandhiji interfered and changed the course of the entire nation. Now it is very difficult to turn back. Lot of things they have done damage. 75 years. Understood? So these people suffered. Now you are putting statue for them. So Dharmo Rakshati, Satyameva Jayate, these are all losers' assertion. So live a life of convenience. There is no proof for Punya, Papa, Punarjanma, Ishvara. So don't confuse your mind with those things. See what is required and see how you can get it. And in that process, something is branded as Dharma or Adharma. Why you bother? Who is the final authority, you tell? If the local judge says it is Adharma, you go to High Court and he will tell it is Dharma. Like that only many things happened, you know. With regard to Chief Minister. The local judge told it is Adharma. High Court judge told it is Dharma. Then they went to Supreme Court. By the time the CM died. But Supreme Court told it is Adharma. What is Dharma, what is Adharma? Who will decide upon? For every action will you be sitting and asking people what is Dharma, what is Adharma? Don't you have time? 5 hours once you have to eat. And you are sitting and telling whether it is Dharma or Adharma. Who will give you food? Get it at any cost. Through any means, through any norms. That is the norm. And if people brand you hero, okay, because anybody can brand anyone anything. So if they brand you as villain, okay. You got now what you wanted. And there are always loopholes in the so-called judicial system and other things. So get bail, postpone the case 30 years, 40 years. After your death, they will tell he was a very nice social person, a very nice person who worked for social justice. Like that they will see when a politician or a leader dies, you have to read that condolences. Nothing negative will come on that day. Heart of the heart they know. The Indian society is very peculiar. As long as good people live, it doesn't adore. After death, it will adore. As long as bad people live, they adore. Because they get, they put posters, everywhere posters. I am your fan, I am your dasa, like that. Very peculiar. So this is the indoctrination by society. A mind for which these ideas are appealing, they are called Sotu Pandaram. Sotu Pandaram means a person consumer. He is a consumer. He wants to consume. Understood? Because according to him, his life ideal is enjoyment is the life. So this is the indoctrination by society. Another indoctrination is done by religious fanatics. More than the social indoctrination, religious indoctrination is dangerous. The social indoctrination can happen to one particular mind. Then as per the law of nature, the mind can come back to sanity and think and have guilt. Yes, I did wrong. Like Kaikei. Understood? Momentarily, even if the mind is carried away by these wrong ideas through indoctrination, for momentary gains, it comes back. That is the reason that guilt comes. Who has not experienced guilt in humanity? Please tell. Kimaham sadhuna karavam, kimaham papama karavam iti. Who has not felt? The very fact that is also intrinsic, you see. Inbuilt system. You cannot get away from it. So the guilt factor, fear factor is the proof. So the individual can come back to Dharma. Because indoctrination happened to him only. And his lifespan is very small. In that also, he, by life experience, like Kaikeyi, he learns. Kaikeyi learned from Bharata. Do you think that I am after the crown? I will not consider you as my mother at all. Why you are born? I want to kill you, but I am afraid of Rama's response. I am not going to be coronated. I am going to search for Rama, and I will bring Rama from forest, and I will coronate him. Like that, he, within 15 days, he smashes all the plans of Kaikeyi and Manthara. Life experience will teach. Kaikeyi thought that she has understood Bharata, but not a single percentage she understood Bharata. This is how parents do all mistakes. They don't know about that Jiva who is in the form of their own child. They think they know everything. So they give him a sketch map. Already Bhagavan has given sketch map. Road map. Bhagavan has given road map. So they want to give their own agendas to the child, and they teach knowingly, unknowingly, they teach adharma. So life experience teaches them. So there is a possibility of an individual, adharmic individual, becoming dharmic individual by sheer life experience. So it is lesser harmful than the indoctrination done by religious theologies, because it is addressing a group of people, and that group will live long than the individual. Understood? A group of people, generation after generation, is addressed by a book, by one individual. So it is very dangerous. What this indoctrination, the religious fanatics do, if you read them, you will be aghast. They assert the God understood and preached by our religion is the only true God. All other ideas about God, forms of God, are all false. Assertion it is. The very name assertion means which doesn't have any logic. Understand? No proof also. You cannot ask proof also. The God preached by our religion is the only real God. All gods and forms are, all other ideas are false. And my religious book alone is the holy book. And my theology, my understanding is the only right understanding, is the only right theology. Okay, when you say my theology, who has written? I have an institution, religious institution. Bibles published by church alone are the real Bibles. Bibles burnt by church are not real. So many editions of Bibles are burnt. There is a Bible called Agnostic Bible. Have you heard of? Agnostic Bible. One Bible is there. So the Bible, the holy religious book, the Quran, or any literature. This religious fanaticism is not only in Semitic religion, every religion. Even in Hinduism, within this segment, Shaiva, Shakta, Vaishnava, all people are there. So this fanaticism asserts, my book is the only right book. My idea is the only right idea. My theological conclusion is the only right theological conclusion. My religious institution is the only holy institution. And my God preached by me is the only real God. They assert. Anybody questions? Finished up. So who accepts them? To them, they give this indoctrination. Have you accepted Jesus or Allah or Shiva or Vishnu? Yes. Yes, each mind has its own nature of accepting one idea as pet idea by samskara. Understand? By nature, one form, one idea about God is appealing for every mind. A child which is always beaten by father, you ask him to consider God as father in heaven, he will tell nonsense. The local father is beating, heaven father also will be beating. I don't consider him as God. I want God as my mother. So it is by his natural instinct. One religious form, one religious idea appealing to our mind is a natural instinct. Survival instinct. We need some place to unburden us. Put the luggage. Yes, nobody is there to take our luggage. So we need someone psychologically. That is the psychology of God in a beginner's mind. We need someone to say something and expect something psychological. So this weakness of human mind is utilized by these people, fundamentalists. They are called fanatics, religious fanatics they are called. Swamiji scolds them in his first Chicago speech. Very strong words he uses. The world is full of blood because of these fellows. The world would have been a better place in the absence of these fellows, like that he scolds. So what is their assertion? My God is the only real God. My book is the only real book. My theology is the only theology. And my institution is the only authority to decide what is God, what is his nature, what is the Dharma, what is the Adharma. So they assert. So there are some minds which appeals to this. When they gather around these people, they indoctrinate their followers. How they indoctrinate? Whatever you do for the sake of God, that is called Dharma. Action doesn't determine Dharma or Adharma, whether it is done for God or not. So whatever you do for the sake of God, that is Dharma. Spreading God's glory is nothing but Dharma. You spread God's glory. You spread God's message of salvation. Because every human being is a sinner by birth. Christ is the Savior. This is the message of salvation. Spreading is Dharma. Bringing people to this message is called Dharma. So conversion is Dharma. Conversion is divine duty. Every Christian thinks, every Islamic person thinks, conversion is a divine duty. And you will be rewarded. No, if anybody doesn't accept us, they are called outsiders, non-believers, infidels, pagans. They don't have right to live in our society, because this is our land, our society. Earth is our land given by our God. If there are some non-believers who don't believe our God, they don't have the right to live with their own belief, which is different from ours. So, initially try to convert, cajole, or finish them. You can loot them, you can kill them, you can harass them, you can abuse them. You will be rewarded for this act of dharma by God. God will provide you heaven for your faith, for your sacrifice. These are all words are there in all the books. You will be called Shahid in Islam. Person who dies for this purpose is called Shahid. In English it is called martyr, blessed martyr. In Christianity they are called apostle, chosen blessed one. That is why Christian family want to give their children as priests. They happily hand over their children to priests. Only children don't go. But parents are ready. Again the same fellow become parent, he is ready to send his children. That child also doesn't go. That's why they have salary system. Each mullah gets salary, each priest gets salary. Here in Hinduism, sannyasi cannot get salary. Whatever salary he was earning before taking sannyasi, he has to give up, close his bank account, shave his head, and no benefit for the family members by becoming a sannyasi. So they are at loss. Therefore, no Hindu family wants to give their children in sannyasa. But still, Hindu children wants to become, some children want to become sannyasi. It is funny thing, you objectively see the society, very funny thing happens. We monks don't have any work, so now and then we think like this, staring at space or tree, these thoughts come. There it is institutionalized religion, institution paying them, educate them, and gives the carrot when they are students. You can go to foreign nation, you can study this, that, and you are paid. Even after becoming priest, you are paid. There are so many institutions run by these Christian and Islamic religious people in which they are principal and they are paid. Here monk runs school means he is not paid because he cannot take money. That is the reason Hindu society, parent doesn't want their children to be a monk. Understood? Because they are at loss. Here in Christianity or in Islam, parent get benefit by the salary of this child, because when he becomes priest or mullah, he gets name, fame, position, everybody bows down to him, or take his hand and kisses, calls him as father, or mullaji, and he gets salary also, even from government. Government pays mullaji, But here, sannyasi doesn't get anything. So in Hinduism, that priest category is householder. Understood? In Christianity or in Islam, the priest category is considered as though sannyasi, but they are not sannyasi. Some segments may not marry, like Catholics, priests. They don't marry, but they earn. Bank account is there with them. They are paid, salaried people. The definition for grahastha is what? One who earns is called grahastha. Understood? Graham tishtati. One who has a house to live. Whether in that house people are there or not, that is different. One who has house to live. Graham tishtati iti grahastha. So according to sannyasa of Hinduism, none of these priests can be considered as a renunciates. They renounce certain portion. Some renounce family life. They keep celibacy. But their idea of preaching God is what? Like prana for them. They have printed books, 1,000 methods of conversion. I have happened to read that book, unfortunately. 1,000 methods of conversion. All hooks and crooks are there. Because they consider it as a divine duty. And they consider that not only here I get recognition, salary and other thing for this duty, I will get life after death also in heaven. Our goal is bringing the kingdom of heaven to the earth. That is their goal. Whole world should be one religious community. Swamiji mentions this in his Chicago address, says, hey idiots, if you desire like this, humanity will not be there. I pity upon you if you think that at the cost of other religions, your religion alone will survive. I pity upon you from the bottom of your heart, like that he says. But still they struggle to bring whole world in one ideology, one theology. It is like trying to bring whole humanity to eat only brinjal. And destroying all other vegetables in the world. Never allowing to cultivate any vegetable in the world. Eat brinjal or die. That's called conversion. Will you accept this? Variety is a sign of life. Biodiversity, everybody says. But religious diversity, nobody wants. Without biodiversity, the humanity cannot sustain. Scientists say. But they don't give any opposition for this unification of one theology, one idea. And they allow the conversion. And they perpetuate because they belong to that group. So, whole world should be converted to our religion. According to them, God has sent us and waiting for our work to be carried out. He has given us command, go and preach to the world. So he depends on our response. These are all the assertions. Is it appealing to you? Then you are in trouble. Naturally, any thinking mind will ask a simple question. Does God so much weak to depend upon your preaching activity to sustain his name and glory? Does the sun is so much weak to prove that it is glorious shining one? Does it require your preaching? Hey, sun is shining. Hey, sun is shining. Hey, sun is shining. Does the God approves anything and everything for the sake of this one particular activity as dharma? If he accepts that, if he approves your dharmic action for this purpose done is dharma, then how can you call him as God? I asked one Islamic person, see, you are telling whole world has to be converted to Islam because that is the Allah's command. Why this Allah created us non-believers and gave work to you to convert us? These type of dialogues happen when we travel in train. I engage people. Not nowadays. Nowadays people are addicted to mobile. Some years back. So that Islamic mullah told, otherwise we will not have work na Swami. Huh? There must be some purpose for our life. If he has created everyone as Islamic person, no Islamic person will have work. He himself will forget God. So, to give us work, he has created you, non-believers. What is the work? We have to struggle to convert you. And if you refuse, we will involve in finishing you. Openly told. I was happy with his frankness. This is what Islam, Swamiji. Who will win? Let time tell. So far we have won. Na? With 3 days we converted the entire Iraq. With 5 days Egypt captured. Like that he listed. During Prophet's time, how many countries were captured and converted in 3 days, in 5 days? Entire nation. Because they capture the king or kill the king and declare that this is the rule of the nation. That's over. But in India only we are struggling, Swami. He told, even after 900 years of capturing, still you people are surviving. That is the very great wonder, he told. But day will come. Of course, we got some success. 1/4 or 1/3 of the India we have covered already. And we have taken one land. 2 countries have come because of us. Pakistan, this side Bangladesh. And the so-called Indian nation also is not Hindu nation. Hindu ideology is not there. You among Hindus, you fight within yourself in the name of caste. So we make use of it. And slowly, slowly we are cutting through 1,000 cuts. You have to think over. And we will think what, it's all Ishvara's Srishti. Managing Srishti is not my duty. I will manage Dharma in my life. This is Hindu mind. And that is the right decision for a Hindu. Follow Dharma in your life. Your protection depends upon Ishvara's wish. If Ishvara wants to sustain this creation, he can do it only through Dharma. Dharanat Dharma Itya. That which sustains creation is Dharma. Without Dharma, Srishti will not be there. Without Dharmic people also, Srishti will not be there. So, protection of Dharma is your department. Protection of Dharmic people is Ishvara's department. You protect your Dharma. What is our Dharma? Sarve bhavantu sukhina. O Lord, nobody should get any suffering. Let all suffering come to me. Nobody should suffer. Sarve santu niramaya. As long as we hold this ideology in our life, the very Srishti will fight for our sake. Understand? We can never take violence. We have to defend, that's all. Never offend. Never proactive. We should defend, that's all. In defense, we will have a loss. Always defense will have a loss only. Understood? Somebody is coming to crash it. You are defending. At least something loss will be there. The crashing person will get total destruction. But you also will have some wound. That will be there. That is why the Sanatana Dharma is still alive. It has seen so many religious upheavals, and it has seen Buddhism, Jainism. How much atrocities this Buddhism and Jainism has done, You read Tamil Nadu history of 1500 years old history. Nayanmars, how much suffered in the hands of these Jains. They called Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Never followed it. They have tied Trinavukarasa Swami under the gunny bag and throw him into the ocean and put him in the fire. It's all history. Shaiva Jainism atrocities. Jains atrocities towards Shaivites. Buddhist atrocities towards Hinduism. So much. But Hinduism are alive. Why? We follow our Dharma. What is our Dharma? Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Satyameva Jayate. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Tyage Naike Amritatva. So, we should have that Viveka to understand the hidden selfish agenda, materialistic agenda inside this religious propaganda. They are also materialistic only in the garb of religion. They want to bring kingdom of heaven in earth. They want to grab the land, grab the power, grab the enjoyments of land. The materialist person is open. I am here to grab all your wealth by my technology, by my science, by my research. Understood? All wealth is now with whom, With software walas only. All wealthy fellows are software walas only. Technology wala also. I read one magazine wherein 25% of money is earned by 1% of people. They are called billionaires. And 50% of the population earns only 15% of the economy. Consumers, goats, sheep. So they also make use of these sheepish mind people to become materialistic in the garb of religion. Their actual, this one is that power. That's why in Islam there is a caliphate. In Christianity there is a pope. He's a political leader. He has a nation. Vatican is a nation. Pope is a political leader. But in the garb of religion. Caliphate, there was a caliphate. Ghazni Muhammad was a caliphate. When he took to the throne, he decided every year I will invade Hindustan, India. So like that. So we have to understand that hidden materialistic agenda in the religious fanaticism. God is in heaven, not in the world, according to them. God will arrive to this world when they declare that whole world has become His kingdom of heaven. And God will give reward for religious adharmic actions. So don't allow yourself to be indoctrinated. These are all nothing but materialistic ideas. Find out their selfishness, hidden selfishness. Find out their inordinate desire to have power, position, and wealth. Find out that they are using you for their agendas and reject their indoctrination. Use your Viveka Shakti and conform to Dharma. Conformity to Dharma is the most intelligent way of life, even if it involves materialistic loss. Don't take to adharma, even if it gives materialistic gains, because you are going to reap what you sow. What you sow, you are responsible for it. You are responsible for your action. Every action is going to produce equal reaction, and time is the factor who is going to decide what is what. The proof for this assertion is our own human suffering. Karma niyati is a reality in Vyavaharika Satya. Therefore, Dharma is a reality in Vyavaharika Satya. Punarjanma is a reality in Vyavaharika Satyam. Punya Papa is reality in Vyavaharika Satyam. Why you call Vyavaharika Satyam Vyavaharika Satyam? There is another Satyam which is Paramarthika Satyam. That we will come across after many classes. Now at least we have to prepare our mind to be dharmic in Vyavahara, because gaining knowledge also comes in Vyavahara only. Self-ignorance also Vyavaharika Satyam. Self-knowledge also Vyavaharika Satyam. Shastra, Veda also Vyavaharika Satyam. Ishvara's Ishvaratvam, Ishvarahood also is Vyavaharika Satyam. Your Bandhana is Vyavaharika Satyam. Your Moksha is Vyavaharika Satyam. Your Dharma is a Vyavaharika Satyam. Your pains, pleasures, everything, human life, it's all Vyavaharika Satyam. Na nirodho, na chodpattihi, na baddho, na cha sadakaha, na mumukshuhu, na vai muktaha, ityesha paramarthata. Paramarthika Satyam is something different. To know that, you have to confirm yourself with Dharma. There is no other way. Na virado duscharita, na shanto, na shanta manasa. Prajnanam nainam apniyat. This knowledge will never come to you as long as mind is adharmic. So, with all our weaknesses, we have to still struggle and pray to the Lord to give us the strength to struggle, to conform our life, thoughts, actions to Dharma. So, never we should allow our mind to be indoctrinated by public opinion, whether it is in the form of materialistic people or in the form of religious people. These are all lokavada. Always you should be open to shastravadaha. We have to be always with satsanga. Because dushta sangha is sarvatra. Satsanga should be sought after. And we are blessed. Bhagavan has given this opportunity to discuss and think about these ideas. So more about this dharma, about the problems in following the dharma, about the problems in understanding what is dharma, what is adharma, about the problems of handling dharma sankatas. Those things we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sad Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Om Shanno Mitrasham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnurrukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Vritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Vedamanotsyacharyo Antevasina Manushasti Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatantum Mavyavachetsi Satyana Pramaditavyam Dharmana Pramaditavyam Kushalana Pramaditavyam Bhutyaina Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Na Pramaditavyam Deva Pitrakaryabhyam Na Pramaditavyam Matrudevo Bhava Pitrudevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Atiti Devo Bhava Yanyanavathyani Karmani Tani Sevidavyani Nohitarani Yanyasmakagam Sucharitani Tani Tvayopasyani Nohitarani Eke Chasmachreya Gumso Brahmanaha Tenam Vayasanena Prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya Dheyam Ashraddhaya Dheyam Shriya Dheyam Hriya Dheyam Hiya Dheyam Samvida Dheyam Athayalite Karma Vichikitsa Vritta Vichikitsa Bhasyat Ekatra Brahmana Sammarshinaha Yukta Ayukta Aluksha Dharma Kamasyuhu Yatha te tatra vatteran Tatha tatra vattetaha Athabhya Akhyateshu Ekatra Brahmana Sammarshinaha Yukta Ayukta Aluksha Dharma Kamasyuhu Yatha te teshu vatteran Tatha teshu vattethaha Yesha adeshaha Yesha upadeshaha Yesha vedopanishat Etadanushāsanam Evamupāsitavyam Evamucaitadupāsyam Shanno Mitrasham Varunaha Shanno Bhavatvaryama षण्ण इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः षण्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं प्रथमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवीत् वक्तारम् ॐ